Another battle between David and Goliath right here. We've got Tuloy FC and Awantagig FC as we are bring to you.
Had an international break which saw the Philippines take an away win against Maldives. We're back for match number 41 of the PFL this Saturday, November 22, 2025. It is our round 1 matchup.
Starting lineup for
Here we go. Will it be Valenzuela PB Mendiola who will soar in to make an upset? Or will Aguilas UMAK FC carry on their winning ways right here? One team looking to catch up in the standings, that is Valenzuela PB. But for Aguilas, in the thick of the championship round race, because they want to make it to the top 6. It's that grind again to make it to the top 6. We'll explain why again, but here is that lineup, Glenn, of Coach Jason. So Westcan, they are carrying on with that 4-2-3-1, which is becoming their trademark. And here's that crew of his.
So that we noticed from the last game, and we're gonna point it out again today.
And going back, Charles Pickering kicking this off with Tomoki. Aguilas playing from right to left. Valenzuela PB is playing fullback. If they had Sea Dog Schaffner on one side, sa kabila si Pickering. And it seems now Coach Frank is using Pickering in his natural position. As it's the opener here, and we are only 35 seconds into this game. One of the fastest goals of the season, and Adamu gets his 6th of the campaign.
Wow, and again, Adamu has been that kind of player that would punish you.
Aguilas also with a number of players from our neighboring ASEAN countries. Here's another one in. And Zambrano desperately gets the stop, half cleared. Balot. OG nila, si Nur Hidayat Haris, an international himself of Indonesia's senior team, as they go to Hancock on the other side. Easy right there. But too good to be true. A half a second or a split second actually is a big difference in sport as a whole, as Balot played it to the left. They're trying to race back now, and it
Do is the long pass, and
corner whipped in, defensive header from Francis Tacardon. Amaricha put it back in the middle. Here's a ball into the goalkeeper box. Jack Zambrano. Here's a header, and the Aguilas doubled their lead just like that. Oh, no good right here though.
Cardon behind.
Balot playing this one through. Quality ball to Frank Isaac Ano. But Hancock could not get past or get the stop. Gets to rattle the post though. Unfortunate for the former DLSU striker. Now it's Amita. Mishit it here. Clean and clear, but very deep and close into the goal.
Ooh, flag stays down.
Here comes Balot. Off target here. The Aguilas with creativity on the attack. Corners too mounting.
And that really opens up a lot of opportunities. Ooh.
As Pickering's header is just wide. Here they come now. Amita played it long. Fantastic touch right here. Early cross, Charles Pickering the touch. And it's a goal here. The Aguilas double their lead. And Charles Pickering gets on the scoreboard in this game.
And he has been waiting for that opportunity since the get-go. You could see that he had been making those clear passes. Now he gets a good pass himself. Look at how the ball was weighted just properly there.
Defense in the middle. Cartolaro putting in the extra effort. He cut inside as that winger, got the stop. And here's his chance once more. Away we go. Across inside, Amita! Here's an extra curveball with the rain also. Header. Pickering gets his brace here. The Aguilas playing the numbers game, piling up the pressure. And you could say they've been clinical.
But really, you have to check with the defense as well. They were firmly planted there from Adamu's header first half.
Some smiles from the father, Charles Pickering, who is present as always at the stadium with VAR and other similar technologies. As Ano got this underway now, Valenzuela PB Menjola in white and red. Their Shopee Cup or the ASEAN Championship games. As they're bringing it through the middle now. Adamu also tried to make a run. Cart will take it himself. And gives us a rocket to make it 4-0.
Difficult to reach that one, even for Zambrano at full stretch. You could see the trajectory of that ball. It was really just floating, 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 and then just inched its way.
But no longer with Menjola, but he did go up the San Beda ranks. Currently with Manila Digger. To the game. You give a dangerous corner kick after your first touch, or off your first touch, as they go for the back post. Hancock almost got to put it in past the goal line, and that is confirmed by our linesman. It's Kaka, the Timor-Leste international.
Wow, and again, the delivery from Ruben Theron, like what we've been talking about, his inclusion. And there, just a real good pass coming from him. Well, looks like, to be honest, if Menjola had been making all of their few chances count, they could be up there with Aguilas right now.
Here they come now, and it's easily buried. The Aguilas get another goal courtesy of Diallo. They make these screamers look very easy with the quality after finishing.
And Isa Diallo, another
Because if they just bag the draw or anything less, they'd be sitting ducks in the standings, because you'd have Maharlika and Stallion Laguna right below.
his job to just keep it as low as he can, although it's really unavoidable. I think that the score could have been much worse without his heroics.
And Diallo dribbles past the keeper, casually sends it in. The magic number 7 right here for them.
The amount of goals that they've conceded across the 5 games and the 6 games. And this one, yeah, there's really a lot.
Pickering picked this up in 45 minutes, let's remember. Now the Aguilas are chasing that clean sheet. But a shot now, and it is a consolation right here for Fayol. That's the second time he's managed to find the back of the net in this season. Just when we were mentioning that the Aguilas were gunning for clean sheet number 3 in this season, Victor Fayol had to spoil that, and he got to succeed. But we have the full-time whistle right here from referee John Mike Basinang. Charles Pickering and Isa Diallo got to lead away, each with a brace. And Pickering already bagged that brace in the first half. Let's recall, accompanying him on the score sheet. Another battle between David and Goliath right here. We've got Tuloy FC and Awantagig FC as we are bringing to you match number 45 right here in the 2025-2026 Philippines Football League season. Will Tuloy upset the seasoned Awantagig? We'll find out, of course, right here. We'll have 90 minutes focus from our teams as we have our starting lineups.
Yes, we do have Tuloy FC again. They have their as well. So we'll see how they'll do this against Awantagig.
And it is over this time around to the 4-2-3-1. The veterans, as we know.
Yes, a lot of veterans. And actually, something to share, Awantagig has a very, very deep squad. They rotate a lot.
A little more, or a high level, you could say, of Akawan Buko. They're getting up cautiously now. Hartman is just drifting over to the right side also because Oli Bias is up ahead. And can they come up with something here? But it's no good. But take us through what went on.
You do want to keep the ball. I mean, despite it being difficult, as you can see here, Awantagig just pressing really high.
Auto buries it right here. And that's the opener very early. You could say it's just what the doctor ordered. And that's how you take the pace of the game or the momentum your way immediately.
I mean, that was a very high pressure from Awantagig, and they made it count. They took advantage of that. Tuloy FC, they do like possession, but in these becomes very dangerous for them. And that definitely should be the game plan for Tuloy.
Here we come now, a chance on the counter. Another shot, it just sails over. It's just on a different level when it comes to intensity. And also, veteran wits, veteran moves. Foot race now, Patrick Reichel. Can he put this away? Oh, interesting. Carry it on. There's a bit of that chaos coming out the set piece. Antilo Jr. couldn't reach it. Oh, Reichel couldn't go for the spectacular. Yemang, he's dropped back. Hartman, just when he thought he was going to boot it.
Good afternoon from the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium, where we are getting set for a Sunday doubleheader in the Philippines Football League. two great matches on our hands this afternoon and evening, but we are going to kick things off with this one between Aguilas UMAK FC and Valenzuela PB Mendiola FC. It is match 84 in this 2025-26 season. City. It is a bit of a warm one here in Manila at the moment, but we are expecting the action to be extremely exciting nonetheless. Tash, so glad you could be here.
And yeah, exactly a few minutes, maybe about 10 minutes before we get started. In just a few moments, and we are excited to show you the team standings in a little while and how things are shaping up in this 25-26 season. Big result last night with the defending champions losing out against Manila Digger. That's been the talk of the town for the last 24 hours.
That's right, and we're going to continue on this doubleheader Sunday. Aguilas UMAK and Valenzuela PB Mendiola at the moment operating at very different sides of the table. Aguilas UMAK trying to squeeze their way into the top 6 and to solidify their stay there as well. As for the side of Valenzuela PB Mendiola, currently towards the bottom of the table, maybe just a few points above Philippine Army. And if you're Valenzuela PB Mendiola and the like of Aguilas UMAK, if there's something similar with these two teams, is that they've been very busy during this transfer window that has just closed.
That's right. And Aguilas showcased that new and revamped squad in a big victory in their last outing against Don Bosco Garelli. And nakita natin, very impressive. The goals that they scored were works of art, really, if you look at it. But their main player in that match, man of the match, was Arnel Amita, unavailable today due to injury, so there's going to be quite a few changes to the squad, at least 3 if I'm not mistaken, and Palpal Latok will come in, Justin Peña will come in, and you will also see Babukar Diallo check into the match. And we see here Justin Peña on your screen. He is our man to watch today because the captain, Arnel Amita, is unavailable. He steps into midfield, gets his first start here for Aguilas UMAK. He's got a huge opportunity to impress this afternoon.
And another start as well, another change for the side of Aguilas UMAK is Yamamoto on that left wing in replacement of Bukit. So no Kalokaran, Unsworth, Amita, and Bukit. And in their places, you have the likes of Yamamoto, Peña, Bubakar Diallo, and Palpalato.
You saw that Iko Mangawang is going to get another start today. That's back-to-back for him. Was a busy man in between the sticks up against Garelli. He's got another opportunity to impress. He was quite effective catching balls, acting as a sweeper, and pulled off some good saves as well. It seems as if he is developing nicely here at the top flight of Philippine football.
And not just that, we're seeing more Aguilas building on their momentum, a bit of chemistry. As we've mentioned, they revamped before the start of the season. Another rehaul and revamp during the transfer window. Now that the transfer window has closed, it's their time to build on the momentum and chemistry as quickly as possible. They are currently at that number 6 spot, and they do have a chance to go higher and leapfrog over Stallion Laguna if they continue to get the wins in. So the points are all that matter.
It's about incremental progress, compounding over time here for Aguilas UMAK. And of course, new coach as well. We're talking about a revamp and a refresh for the squad. But the man on the bench now as well, Oliver Colina, was very, very happy with what he saw in that match against Garelli. And he said, you know, it's all about keeping it simple for them, you know, not to overcomplicate football. He knows the talent that his players possess, and it's all about just allowing them to express themselves on the pitch. Now, let's jump on over to the opposite side with Valenzuela PB Mendiola. It's been a rough go this 25-26 season, only 3 points to their name as of this point in the season. However, their last outing against Maharlika showed signs of progress for them. They got 2 goals in that game, And it seemed as if there was a potentiality that they might even nick a point from Maharlika, who was a top 6 side at the time, but eventually lost 4-2. However, this this renewed side that they have at the moment looks like it's got some potential.
That's right, as we've mentioned, and we will get to know later on new players finally making it on the starting 11. Valenzuela PB Mendiola, 1 win only throughout that first round. Not the best of results or where they'd want to be. And so for this second round, they definitely want to get those points. Since the start of 2026, they lost big 12-0 against Digger. The margins became lower, losing only 5-0 to Cebu. But in their last matchup, as you mentioned, against Maharlika, a 4-2 loss, a very decent result, slimmer margins, and they get their first 2 goals this season, care of one of their transfer window signings in Embida.
Johan Embida, scorer of a brace in that last match, going to be involved again today. And of course, there's also going to be 3 new Koreans that are going to be joining in the fray. Jae-hong Song, and you've got Youngmin Park, as well as Hyun Ho Kyung. But our focus will be on the captain today, Jason Soberano, wearing number 32. His performance today is going to be key in how he leads this squad, particularly their core of Filipinos, in support of this refreshed batch of foreign players that they've injected into the squad. If he is able to keep a high standard here with the rest of the gang, they have a great shot at being able to shock Aguilas UMAK today.
That's right. For the side of Valenzuela, PB Mendiola, and for their captain, Jay Soberano, they have to be really clinical up on top, take the chances that they can, build on momentum, especially early in this match. We've seen it in the past few matches, especially with the likes of Garelli, when they took on Manila Digger. They can hold it on for 60, 70 minutes, but it's to stay consistent all throughout the game to get the points or to make sure that they're close games until the very end.
Jason Soberano was listed as their coach in the first round, so you know he's got leadership qualities. He's got a bright mind in terms of tactics and understanding of the game, and you hope that's going to be something that translates when he is actually out there on the pitch as well. Speaking to the coaching staff of Valenzuela PB Mendiola, there's quite a bit of excitement. You know, there's a quiet confidence within the squad that they're going to be able to pull off an upset today. But they are up against a side that is highly motivated right now. They really want to stay in that top 6. And as you mentioned, Tosh, they have a fantastic opportunity to really solidify their spot and keep Maharlika on the outside looking in. 3 points today, really something that is non-negotiable for Coach Bing Colina and the rest of Aguilas UMAK. They see this as a great opportunity, but they do have a tough test in front of them in a side that, you know, not too many people know exactly what to expect from, particularly with the influx of new talent. So here we go, Aguilas UMAK FC taking on Valenzuela PB Mendiola FC in the Philippines Football League.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's welcome the teams of Aguilas UMAK FC and Valenzuela PB Mendiola FC.
here we go. Action about to get started here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. First match of our Sunday doubleheader. J. Sean Soberano, the captain of Valenzuela PB Mendiola, alongside his opposite number, Richard Talarok Jr., wears the captain's armband today in place of the injured Arnel Amita. Speaking of injuries, there are quite a few for Mendiola. 13 players out from the squad today. 1-3. That's a lot of players out, and they've got 6 on the bench today, so not a lot of support. And you hope there's not going to be any issues with their goalkeeper, because no replacement goalkeeper for Coach Jake Quaikong and the rest of Valenzuela PB Mendiola. It's going to be Meliton Pelayo in the middle today, alongside Ismael Pasion, Ronelo Getigan, with Samuel Mendoza as our 4th official. Aguilas UMAK FC in the huddle right there. They are the favorites today. Last outing was a blowout. 7-1 victory for the side of Aguilas UMAK. Cart Talarok was on the score sheet. Isa Diallo was on the score sheet. Both players start today. But of course, this is the second round, and we've seen some interesting second round encounters already. Will this be another one between Aguilas and Valenzuela PB?
First round also seemed like completely different teams when you talk about the lineups of both Mendiola and Aguilas. So expect the unexpected in this matchup.
Glad you could join us. Over on the PFL YouTube and Facebook pages, Jingham Lang and Natasha Alquiros Deto calling this one first half action. Underway here with Valenzuela PB Mendiola getting us started. First look here at Hyun Ho Kyung. He's going to be holding down midfield alongside his fellow Korean. And already a high press causing a bit of problems here for Valenzuela PB Mendiola. No look there from Soberano. Switch in the play. Looking for the run of Mbida. Already a bit of a promising sign there from Valenzuela.
Mbida, who during the first round played with Garelli, now playing with Valenzuela PB Mendiola. He's also made an instant impact for the side of Mendiola, scoring those 2 goals in their last outing against Maharlika. Let's see if he can continue on that scoring form for Mendiola in this matchup.
Aguilas got a really good result in their last outing against Garelli. 3-0 they won that match. However, it wasn't as if they weren't porous at the back at moments in the game. There were some great opportunities for the opposition to score in that one. So despite the clean sheet, Aguilas are not impenetrable. So they're going to really need to be on point today to keep their focus against a potentially dangerous Valenzuela side.
Aguilas, when 2026 started, they started out getting a big draw against Manila Digger, but then lost heavily to Stallion before getting that win against Garelli. So they want to build on that Garelli match and find the consistency for the second round. They've had 3 games for their new players to climatize with them.
Great recovery after a nice turn initially from Reggie Sulit to get the attack started for Mendiola.
Sulit, one of the players for Mendiola that they play around and slot in different positions. In their last matchup, he was part of that back line. And now you're seeing him play a more attacking role for the side of Mendiola.
Looking like a 4-4-2 in a way here for Mendiola defensively. Aguilas, we're going to switch the play. Didn't quite get that one correct. Hand up from the defender. Pushed by Ali. Alpalatok back in the starting 11 today. He's a consistent starter in the first round. He's rested for the match against Garelli. He's going to be expected to be racing up and down this right side for UMAK FC. Skinker unable to find a teammate. Villarreal. Talarok going a bit impatient on the right side. He wants an opportunity to run at the left back. Here's going to get his chance. Benya. Got great range. Here it is. Nice diagonal over to the left side. Be a throw in deep into enemy territory for UMAK FC.
Few good first touches for Peña. As you've mentioned, taking that spot of Amita, trying to find and break into this first 11, given the opportunity today. Quickly able to give those quick diagonals on that left flank.
Deep ball. Villarreal going for it. He scored some screamers in the past, but that one's going to go over the par. First attempt coming from the center back.
See the intention of Aguilas starting this game, really playing that high line, putting on that high press. Quickly took the first chance that they could.
Mbida. Unable to skip past Villarreal, who held his ground well. Chance to run. Yamamoto holding his position on the left side. He's going to get it back here. Good delivery into the box. Chance. Talarok squares it. Peña! Talarok making his way to a central position. Had the ball poked away. His brother Richard recovering possession. Yamamoto's ball this time. Not going to find a teammate. Valenzuela unable to clear their lines. Everybody behind the ball here for the men in blue. They may breathe momentarily, but here comes another wave from Aguilas.
So far, Aguilas showing how quick they can win back possession as well and just restart the attack, not giving Mendiola any time to breathe.
Play on, says the referee, and why not? Valenzuela have an opportunity here with Mbida. 2-on-1. Doesn't have much support, and he's been eased off the ball.
Boubacar made that look so easy. Took advantage of his physicality. Able to kickstart the attack once again.
Peña's ball, again, he's showcasing fantastic range in his passing. So it separates him from Arnel Amito, who's more likely for those close passes and exchanges with his midfield partners. Aguilas remaining patient here.
See Valenzuela, PB Mendiola, very, very low block, allowing Aguilas to take up a lot of space. So slow to close down the players who have the ball.
Benya, second attempt. This one is well over the bar.
I feel that for Valenzuela, PB Mendiola, defensively, they're still trying to figure out how to approach this Aguilas UMAK side because they are in a low block. But when Aguilas take up more and more space, leading towards to the attacking third, the defensive third of Mendiola, still no one closing down the players who have the ball.
We've seen a couple of long shots already from Aguilas. They're hard to pass up, given the amount of room the players have found themselves with at the edge of the area. Tete. Firing it in to Isa Diallo. They're getting it back. Cartalarok. Nice exchange on the right side. Lovely piece of skill from Talarok, and he's dragged back by Azad Nuran. He is a tricky customer, Talarok.
Talarok showcasing his technique in tight spaces in that 1v1. Got past the defender. Defender, no choice but to just commit the foul.
Great combination of great technique, close control, and a burst of speed. It's a nightmare for defenders to mark. Talarok over the ball here. Steps. It's an in-swinger. It's going to go into the back of the net. Aguilas scoring the opener with Kira Yamamoto firing that one in from a wide angle. Let's have one more look at it as first blood goes to Aguilas UMAK FC.
Yamamoto with the curling inside. Thought that the player was going to get a touch to it. Just mishap at the back for Valenzuela, PB Mendiola. Miscommunication all around. Everyone just letting the ball go. No one going directly for it to clear that out. And eventually just trickles down the back of their neck.
What that will be listed as, we will get confirmation momentarily. Is it a goal for the Japanese player Kira Yamamoto, or will it be an own goal? Last touch, I believe, came off Kevin Skinker. Real judgment will be, was that ball heading goalwards? If it was, any deflection would mean it would still be credited to the free kick taker. Really the source of the goal, not going to matter too much for Coach Oliver Colina. What's important to him is he's got a goal now, and a great platform from which to build here just 12 minutes into the match. Great to see some folks over at the bleachers enjoying the action.
If you're Valenzuela, PB Mendiola, you'd be disappointed giving away a goal in that manner. Felt like a complete shutdown in communication between the defensive line and the goalkeeper. But regardless, from the way the first 12 minutes have been played, the sense of urgency has all been with Aguilas UMAK. They won themselves a set piece opportunity in that dangerous area. They made it so much so that they get those chances. It wasn't the best of chances, but building up those chances means building up a better chance at goal, and that's exactly what Aguilas did.
If we recall, a free kick came from a lovely piece of skill from Cartalarok. beating his man, getting dragged down from that resulting set piece. Ball ends up in the back of the net. Aguilas now hunting a second. The ball out, getting it back. Richard in an advanced position. Spreading it over to the right side. Balatok gets it to Talarok. Tete getting it forward. Issa Diallo can turn. It's a risky challenge, but he got all ball. It's a great piece of skill from Balatok to keep that possession alive for Aguilas.
You see the wing backs very much involved when they attack.
DePaula's got room to shoot. Ball is spilled. Only half cleared. Great to see how Aguilas have evolved over the years from a very structured defensive side. It was good on the counter. You're seeing them now being very fluid in how they express themselves with the ball, going from side to side, finding their openings. That cross not going to cause any issues as that one heads out for a goal kick.
Your captain, Richard Talarok, finding themselves all the way up the pitch. As you've mentioned, the fluidity, the movement of players for the side of Aguilas. Especially in their last two outings, you've seen a bit of improvement.
Great work from the left back to get past two players. Gets it to Mbida. Speaking about their fluidity with the ball, something that has not left them is their aggression off the ball. Track back very quickly and they win back possession in quick fashion here. Issa Diallo assessing his options. DePaula has got room. Great strike. That one just wide from the Brazilian.
Every time the goalkeeper of Valenzuela PB Mendiola goes down, he will take a closer look at Ali Poralayar. Let's just call him Ali for short. Because they do not have another goalkeeper on their bench.
He is touching that calf quite a bit. Looks like he might have a bit of an issue here. This is a real cause for concern for Mendiola. They're probably looking at one another thinking, "Ikaw, the goalkeeper gonna ba?"
There's the replay of how the goal happened there. Just a miscommunication at the back. Ball bouncing on Kyung and Skinker, rather, before it really went in the back of the net.
They've been peppering the goal. That one from DePaula. Issa Diallo here is going to square another one. Another opportunity from distance. DePaula's had an opportunity here to adjust his sights. I wonder if the third one will be on target.
On your screen, it's a closer look at the new coach of Aguilas UMAK, Coach Bing Colina, former assistant coach for Kaya FC just during that first round. Now being picked up in the opportunity to be the head coach of Aguilas UMAK.
I had an opportunity to speak with him just before kickoff. He was talking about how much heavier his workload is now since he's made the transition to becoming head coach. But he's been loving life at the moment. You can see his players responding well to his move. Richard Talarok will be hoping that one doesn't get replayed.
You see again the ball movement of Aguilas, line-breaking passes, and when the players on the wing get the ball, giving amazing balls inside the box, just outside the box. Just more fine-tuning with those last touches on goal.
Find Perilla. That one got away from Reggie Sulit. Minutes. Mendiola have been doing a lot of chasing the ball. A great start to the match, actually. Got into the final third. Rico Mangawang has not had a lot to do. Real Bukar, chance to turn. Yamamoto, nice close control, gets past two, fires that into the side netting. He has looked lively on that left side, Yamamoto.
So shifty on that left-hand side. So confident to take on the players in 1v1 situations, and at 2 instances able to break away from the 2 players guarding him. Trying to go for a goal, but it was a tight angle to be able to make the most of.
Benya. It's Palpalatok involved. Just beyond the Pola there. Now we'll go out for a goal kick. Don't expect the goalkeeper to be taking too many long ones from these goal kicks now, considering his situation with his calf.
The high press once again of Aguilas paying off, winning back possession. A dangerous area. Quickly so gives it away.
Confidence from the goalkeeper, Ali. Unable to release.
Think of the improvement of Aguilas at UMAK, as you mentioned. Since their 2026 games, they drew digger, good result defensively. Expected them to do better against a Stallion, especially knowing that they held them to a draw in that first round. Nonetheless, they quickly made the adjustments against Gorelli. We're seeing momentum continue on today. Ooh.
Ali dilly-dallying there, picking up the ball. DePaula felt it was there to be challenged. Now Ali is down, seemingly in a bit of pain here. He's going to need medical treatment. Let's have a look at it. Ali going down. Didn't look like he got hit particularly hard. He's lying motionless at the moment. That is a real concern. Now, stretcher has been called. And medical staff rushing onto the pitch. It seems to be a serious matter right now. He hasn't moved.
It's definitely not something that you want to see. Trying to figure out how that happened. There wasn't much contact between the player approaching him. I feel that maybe it was how he landed.
It seemed if there was contact, it was on the thigh of Depola. Scrambling for the ball, and then all of a sudden started laying down motionless. This is real cause for concern here, and hopefully he is able to recover. Short break now, as we are just past the halfway point of this first half. Medical staff has been quick to respond. Meanwhile, Valenzuela, PB Mendiola making adjustments here. Let's have one more look at it. Some of the attempts in this match. Villarreal, the first one for Aguilas. There's another here from Talaroc's cross. That ended up into a long shot from Justin Peña. And this is the foul that led to the goal. Yamamoto curling this one in. I think it should be credited to Yamamoto. Looked like it might have been curling on target. Skinker with the unfortunate last touch. Didn't know too much about it, actually. Side netting there from Yamamoto, and he was juggling here, and Depola went for it. And again, it didn't look like he made contact with the head, actually. The arm, more like. Here, was there anything? Ooh, that right foot, maybe. That right foot, maybe, from Depola. Couldn't see from that angle whether or not he made contact with the head. It's good to see that there is movement from the goalkeeper. He's able to get up. It's almost like he was saying he's ready to continue.
The medical staff making sure before they give that go signal. You have to feel for the goalkeeper. He seemed like he was already struggling throughout the first 20 minutes of the game.
Here we'll have a good look at it. Yes, bit of contact there. He spills the ball. Steps over here, Depola. And then does he swing the leg? Didn't look like he made contact there. He's gesturing more towards his right shoulder, more than anything. Gave us a bit of a fright there. Etong si Ali.
Aside for Valenzuela, PB Mendiola, things could easily go from bad to worse. As we've mentioned, they only have 6 substitutes available for them. And no goalkeepers within those 6 substitutes.
Nico Mangawang trying to stay warm. Pwede siya mag-volunteer. Siya muna. Para naman meron siyang gagawin. At the moment, Mangawang hasn't really had anything to do, actually. He's not been forced into a catch or a save. They've been playing mostly near the halfway line that Iko Mangawang hasn't really needed to be involved in any of the build-up. And now there's a conversation being had here between Melitón Pelayo and the medical staff, trying to see if it's even safe for the goalkeeper to continue. Melitón Pelayo looks like he will get the game restarted, as Ali, thankfully, is all right to continue. Went for it. Can he save the ball? Yes. Perilia gets there. Rare venture into the opposition half here for Valenzuela. And Bida not get it to his teammate Villarreal. Talarok gets it forward. It's well defended by the left back, Azad Noran. Soberano rather, could not bring that under his spell. Alpalatok had that one blocked by Sulit.
At the moment, Valenzuela PB Mendiola looking a bit tighter, quicker on the passes. First time we've seen them really venture forward and open play after the first 5 minutes of opening exchange.
They're going to win the whistle. Chance perhaps to get some bodies inside the box. They're not going to commit too many forward, actually. They're going to play it short as well. Straight out from Ali. You wonder at that moment if it would have been a good time for them to apply a bit of pressure inside the box, given the struggles they've had creating chances in open play. Peña finding Cart Talarok. He's gotten the ball back here. Talarok had it taken away by Reggie Sulit with a fantastic tackle.
Talarok looking to be dangerous on that right-hand side, causing a lot of problems for Azad Noran and Reggie Sulit, having to really double up to stop his attacks.
Move to find room, and he's run out of space. He's hit the track for his troubles. Julian Perilia shown flashes here in this match. Look at the standings. Aguilas spent a bit of time outside of the top 6, but it was perhaps medyo it didn't tell the full story when you look at the table, because they still have quite a few games yet to be played. If they do get victory here, but Tete is unable to find a teammate on that occasion, this would really secure a nice advantage in front of Maharlika, who have played 2 games more but are 4 points behind. chance here for Aguilas. And they've bagged the second with Issa Diallo, continuing his great run of form against Valenzuela PB Mendiola.
That was fantastic work from Aguilas UMAK.
Let's go!
Really been more of the aggressive side among the two. They've looked dangerous, especially plays coming in from the flanks. Tete gives that one perfectly. Keeper comes out, defenders ball watching. And a great touch from Diallo to send that one in an empty net. Valenzuela, PB Mendiola looking to have a very long first half.
That will calm any nerves that still remain there on the sideline for Coach Oliver Colina. You can see him gesturing towards Palpalatok as well. He sees the openings. He wants more from his team. You never know when goal difference will come into play. Seems as if Aguilas have a real opportunity to leapfrog Stallion with victory here today. They can really create a nice barrier from their nearest rival into the top 6 in Maharlika. Iko Mangawang finally getting involved.
See now that signal of switch. Yamamoto now playing on the right. Talarok playing on that left. These two wing players really have been playing such a big part in why Aguilas have been playing so well in the first 35 minutes, creating those chances. And the variety as well when the wing players get the ball. Confident to go on the 1v1s. And there's a variety with their passes, either cutbacks or behind the defensive line. Really giving that midfield line and the strikers just all the choices that they could have.
Yamamoto swinging this one in, and Skinker gets a head to it. That'll be out for a corner kick. Trying to keep the tempo going here, Aguilas. Doing the best to swing Mendiola from side to side. Giving them different looks, as you mentioned, Tash. There's been a lot of variety in their movement. Aguilas really flexing their muscles and showing why they are a top 6 side at the moment. Deep delivery from Talarok. As you mentioned, he switched sides here with Yamamoto, who's actually listed as a natural right winger. Which is not good news for the left back of Mendiola. Bukar can step forward. Talarok. Nice return pass. Ball into the box. Real opportunity here, and it is a third for Aguilas UMAK FC. And it's another one for Kira Yamamoto.
A fantastic team play, team effort to get that goal. Adjustments, the 1-2s on that left-hand side, and Tete again giving a great ball for the players inside the box to finish. Yamamoto cuts inwards, joins the party inside the box and gets the end to it. All he needed was one touch to find that back of the net.
See on that replay, Azad Noran, medyo nagulat siya na biglang pumasok itong si Yamamoto over his left shoulder. Wasn't quick enough to react, and Yamamoto had all the time and space inside the box to really find the back of the net. That's 2 goals for him, and back-to-back assists for Richard Tete.
It's also the best thing when you have those players like Richard Tete, so fluid with the movement, taking up so much space in the attacking third, overlapping runs on that left-hand side, and then putting the ball on a silver platter for the players inside the box to just run into, not break your stride. One touch, back of the net.
Coach Ben Colina is going to be very pleased with what he's seeing. Oof. Richard Tete can't believe it. He's missed the target from maybe 3-4 meters out there.
Another highlight again on the delivery of the balls coming from those wings.
Tete has surely enjoyed himself this afternoon. He's been popping up in little pockets, finding himself out wide. It's been very difficult to keep an eye on. Him alongside Depola seem to be given the freedom to find the areas which to exploit the defense. You can see here again, Richard Tete out wide. Depola has emerged as the striker. Has it been effective for Aguilas? It's been nice to watch. Bola gets it back out wide. Crosses in. Opportunity here. Off the crossbar. And it's the easiest tap in. But offside is called. That's going to be disappointing for Richard Tete. Thought he had scored the easiest goal of his career there. Good call from the referee. He's a kilometer offside. Issa Diallo actually. It was actually Richard Tete who hit the crossbar. Boy, does he deserve a goal here today.
It's been fantastic, whether giving the assist, creating the chances, and even in that moment, taking a fiery shot, shaking that crossbar.
Palpalatok losing possession.
You have to give me like 1,000 pictures when I enter inside.
I feel that Valenzuela, PB Mendiola were lucky that was called offside and that ball hit the crossbar, keeping the scoreline respectable at the moment.
They were able to keep it close against Maharlika. They're finding that Aguilas are a different proposition altogether. Player down here, like Yamamoto had his heels clipped. Now it's Peña who's clutching his calf. pinpointed him as a man to watch today. He's been the linchpin of the midfield.
Moments, whoever controls the midfield controls the game. And the likes of Tete, De Paula, and Peña all playing their A game at the moment. Tells the big picture of why Aguilas have been so dominant in this first half.
A long-range effort wasn't too far away as well. Rolling out. He's got it on his left foot. Looking for an exchange at the edge of the box. Richard Talarok. Peña. Gets it out wide. Yamamoto. Opportunity here. Gets it to the end line. Crosses it. Isa Diallo doing well. Richard Tete now. Back to the box it goes. Mendiola can breathe a sigh of relief. But you cannot dilly-dally. Aguilas so quick to close things down. Soberano now. Boubacar. Dominant in that duel.
Feels that's why Mangawang has barely done anything defensively. The players in the back have been spot on as well, taking advantage of their physicality.
Lovely ball to the left side. Talarok. Gets to the end line. Due to the treatment on the goalkeeper Ali, there will be 5 minutes added on. That's going to be the opposite of music to the ears of Mendiola. They're going to be hoping to get to the break as soon as possible. Richard Tete trying to catch the goalkeeper surprised. Aguilas UMAK FC, they've been good value for that lead. It has been a dominant display for the men in gold and blue.
Look at even the manner of how the goals have been scored from Aguilas UMAK. Except for the first one. They've all been great team effort goals.
Skinker. Venezuela hoping for a prolonged spell on the ball. They've been doing a lot of chasing today. Starved of possession. Peña running into Skinker. Villarreal knocked that one a bit loose. Reggie Sulit. Aguilas looks stretched momentarily.
But Palatok able to get things neat and tidy in the back.
There's definitely quite a bit of work to be done here for Valenzuela PB Mendiola, not just in this game, for this second round in general. Struggling at the moment in the standings. If they are to create a bit of separation there from rock bottom Philippine Army and fellow struggling side Garelli, they're going to need to really figure out how to create more solidity.
Most especially in the back defensively. You take a look of just their last 3 matches, as we've mentioned. The margins of the goals got smaller and smaller, but still 12-0 loss against Digger and a 5-0 loss versus Cebu. They also allowed 4 goals to be scored on them by Maharlika.
21 goals conceded in their last 3 games. Look at 24 out of their last 4. That's tough to look at. They've conceded 3 already here. Could argue, could very easily be 4 or 5 for Aguilas. That they're smashing it off the crossbar. A few long shots that have come close. Talarok bundled over. Last play here of the first half. Yamamoto is going to float it in behind Isa Diallo. Great save from the goalkeeper. It's going to be a corner kick. It's a good spot from Yamamoto. Seeing the run in behind.
The pace on Diallo when the ball was given, just the speed that he has against his defenders. Forcing now a corner in favor of Aguilas.
Prior to this game, Kira Yamamoto had 1 goal and 2 assists. He's had an opportunity to get 2 goals in this half alone, and there is the halftime whistle. 3 goals to the good. Aguilas UMAK FC ahead of Valenzuela PB Mendiola. Dominant display so far for Coach Oliver Colina's side. Short break. We'll be right back. Halftime at the Rizal Memorial Stadium, where it's been one-way traffic on the part of Aguilas UMAK FC. They're up by 3 goals in this one, and we're seeing confirmation now that Yamamoto did not get credited for the first goal. It's going to be credited as an own goal to Skinker of Valenzuela PB Mendiola. Unfortunately for him, Diallo getting a goal and Yamamoto getting the other as well. It's been dominant, it's been easy on the eyes, and Aguilas UMAK FC well deserving of this 3-goal lead.
Their creativity has been really put on a full display here, and especially individual effort as well in their 1v1 battles. They have been so dominant, winning back possession in attacking third areas, and this was how it all started. And you feel that when this goal happened, there was a bit of head loss at the back between the goalkeeper and the back line of Valenzuela PB Mendiola. And for the side of Aguilas UMAK, that just gave them the confidence to go on such a dominant attacking streak, and players showing off their capabilities, varieties, and how they're bringing the ball inside the box, connecting so well with their 1-2s. Tete has been great with his overlapping plays, and that moment connecting with Yamamoto to get the 3rd goal of that first half.
No surprise with the possession statistics. It's been all Aguilas on the ball, and there is a sea of zeros there on the side of Valenzuela PB Mendiola. It's been that kind of game. Iko Mangawang has been a spectator in goal. Meanwhile, 15 shots, 9 of them on target, 3 of them in the back of the net. They've had 4 corners, 1 offside that ended up in the back of the net, actually, through Richard Tete. So, you know, it's been dominant. There's just one way to put it, really. It's been one-way traffic, and Coach Oliver Colina is going to be very happy with how his side has performed. As we take a look at the team standings, and one of the reasons why he'll be extra pleased is that he's going to be creating more separation between him and Maharlika FC, who are in 7th place at the moment. They've got a couple games in hand as well, so this would be a massive result for them in securing a space in the top 6.
And not just securing a space in the top 6, when they get this win, which we feel that they're on track to get, if they continue on the same performance in that second half, they'll go up to 23 points, tighten that gap between Stallion and Aguilas, and in the next fixture could leapfrog. As you've mentioned, they've played 1 less game than the others, and so a crucial matchup for Aguilas UMAK in making sure that they get the points where they need to be getting them consistently, especially when they go up against the harder games after this.
You look at who they have on the menu as of the moment. Aguilas just came from a match against Garelli. They have this game now up against Mendiola. They've got Tuloy next, and you look at those on paper, those are all winnable games for them. So they'll be able to create a lot of momentum heading into more difficult fixtures in this second round. Now, focusing in here on Valenzuela PB Mendiola, it doesn't get tougher than that in terms of a half of football. They rarely made it into the opposition half, and basically all of that confidence that they built from a close game against Maharlika has been erased after those 45 minutes where they really struggled against Aguilas. Tasha, it's a difficult ask, but what do you think they need to do in order to find a semblance of control in this match?
You feel that the communication really has to take center stage. You feel like it's been quiet at the back, and with the goalkeeper, the back line, the midfield line, because they play deep, they have the numbers to defend, but no one really pressing. It's the sense of urgency that's really just has been on a different platform than what Aguilas UMAK have been presenting. And one of the ways that they're going to try to start the second half on a better note, they're making a halftime substitution. Skinker's day is done, and in his place is going to be Yuan Arenya. And fresh legs seems to be the best way to start the second half. And you felt that they were really operating at different levels, different senses of urgency with Aguilas UMAK. And once the first goal was scored, you feel that it took them really a while to get their bearing.
Bit of a delay here in the restart in the second half. Mendiola don't have a goalkeeper. So there's a bit of confusion as to who's going to be taking up the position in between the sticks. It seems Ali was receiving treatment and is not quite yet ready to take to the field here. He's had a bit of a scary moment earlier in the first half. Collision between him and Paula, and he needed extended treatment on the sideline, but he seems to be getting ready to continue here. That's going to be crucial because there are no other goalkeepers for Valenzuela PB Mendiola. Here is Ali. It's going to be quite the turnaround needed here for Mendiola if they're going to make something of this match. Meanwhile, for Aguilas, after a half like that, what do you tell the players, Natasha, to keep the pressure on the opposition?
If you're Aguilas UMAK, you want to continue on the momentum that you're gaining from your match against Garelli, that they're able to continue on to the first half of this game. See a moment there of miscommunication and a giveaway.
Exactly what they're trying to avoid, you must say. Just can't take your foot off the gas just yet.
For Valenzuela, PB Mendiola, they also have to be stronger on the one-on-one challenges. They feel at the moment also they're too easily beat in the 1v1s. And the coverage just hasn't been there, despite, again, having those numbers playing in a very low block.
Ball into the box. Long-range effort, and already an improvement from Valenzuela PB Mendiola. Shot was wayward from Jason Soberano, but hey, it's their first shot of the game.
Coach Jake Koikong and the rest of the Valenzuela PB Mendiola definitely have to dig deep in this second half.
Peña had it taken away, and Bida. Touch was a bit strong. Yamamoto can turn. Looking for a bit of support here. He will get it in the shape of Palpalatok. That will go out for a corner kick.
So far with 3 goals of Aguilas UMAK in that first half. The goal line definitely reflecting how the game has panned out.
Great cross. And that one goes over the bar from Issa Diallo. Second header that they've had from really close range that they've failed to convert.
Again, another example of how the deliveries inside the box. Just a mistimed header.
Talarok felt he was fouled by Mbida. He's gone 0 for 2 there on the whistle from Meliton Pelayo. Pelayo not even remotely interested in blowing the whistle. Knows Richard Talarok perhaps is a bit stronger than he has let on in those two instances. Look at this, a bit of a high press from Valenzuela. Aguilas, fluid as ever with their ball movement, able to bypass it. Palpaladok. Yamamoto, sizing up his man, creates a bit of separation, swings it over to the opposite side, Talarok. Richard Tete in support. De Paula. He's going to pull the trigger. Shot is blocked. Talarok sends it in. Issa Diallo with a nice little cushion. Richard Talarok was making a great run.
That was an important touch from Escosora.
Play on. Threshold for a foul for Meliton Pelayo is rather elevated. The player is getting familiar with that threshold now.
Close look again at coach Bing Colina, newly appointed. Last 4 games, he's only handled them for their first 4 fixtures of this calendar year. 2 wins, a draw, and 1 loss.
Not a bad outing so far for Coach Bing Colina.
So Aguilas putting on display how deep their bench is. As you've mentioned, there were a lot of changes, reshuffled players.
Nice cross. Yamamoto trying to stab that into the back of the net. It's gone out for a throw-in. Not make enough contact on it.
Great ball given from that right flank. Yamamoto just slotting in very nicely in between the defensive lines. Just couldn't get the solid contact he wanted.
Already we're seeing an improvement from Mendiola here in terms of their aggression, their one-on-one duels. But Ali again guilty of just taking too much time on the ball.
Even when he needed the treatment in the first half, it was also because of a lack of focus. Holding the ball too long, not aware that the player is coming onto you.
There's a bit of juggling going on too, which was a bit of a surprise. Siguro motivation na rin yun para kay De Paula to close him down.
Yes, as we talked about the rotation for Aguilas UMAK in their last outing against Garelli. Players that started there were Bukit, Amita, Unsworth, Caloocaran. Despite the change of personnel, at the moment, the result is a mirror image of their game against Garelli.
Has it come as a surprise to you, Natasha, how fluid they've been moving the ball? It seems as if they've been teammates for such a long time now.
You have to give credit to the coaching staff as well. And also the head coach who was new to the team, right, when this year started. And how quickly they were able to gain the chemistry and fluidity. Despite, as we've mentioned, taking out over 10 players during the window, adding on the same amount as well.
Reggie Sulit doing fantastic there for Valenzuela to progress that ball. Weren't quite able to venture into the final third though, as Padilla lost it. But he's been a bright spot in this Valenzuela side, Reggie Sulit. He's been working hard today. Chance here. Cleared away. Juan Reña not taking any chances. Chance now for Mbida to run at this back line. He's gonna get it wide. Jay Sean Soberano's got an opportunity here. And that's great defending from Richard Talaroc. Mbida.
I could say that another bright spot for the side of Valenzuela PB Mendiola has really been assigning on Mbida during their last game against Maharlika. Though they did allow 4 goals and they did lose, there was that silver lining that Mbida scored 2 goals to keep that first half close. It's been quiet for him so far, but you're seeing flashes and moments of brilliance from him.
He's just 21 years of age as well, the Cameroonian. Awang getting some distance on it. Peña knocking it on for Issa Diallo to run into. It's a little too advanced for the forward. It's actually a second spell, it seems, here for Mbida with Mendiola. Just briefly with Garelli. You wonder if other teams are looking at him as well at this point, given his impact on this struggling side. Paula and Reña getting tangled up. Paula getting surrounded here by Mendiola players. Ali getting involved alongside Reña. It's all getting a bit spicy now between these two teams. Yamamoto and Ali getting into it. Never want to see players fighting on the pitch. You see here De Paula trying to get past his man. Reña just holding him into place, and De Paula, a stray arm hit the face of Reña. And that's where things got
a little bit of theatrics there from De Paula.
Went down in a heap after the collision from Ali.
The referee already blew his whistle. The foul was called in favor of Valenzuela PB Mendiola.
Cartalarok. Chance here for Richard Tete, and that's a great challenge to deny from Azad Nuran.
Fantastic effort from Azad Nuran. Diallo had time and space to take touches, look up. And a well-timed slide.
Again, syempre ayaw natin makakita ng away sa pitch. But it seems to have made things a bit livelier here for Mendiola. All of a sudden, you're seeing a bit more fight in the players. A lovely piece of skill here from Azad Nuran. He's continuing forward. Soberano arriving on the right side. He's taking that pass first time. And Boubacar able to spot the run very well.
Just like that, Aguilas able to diffuse the attack so neat and tidy, continue on their possession.
Diallo cutting inside his man. It's going to be a corner kick. Juan Reña has been busy since coming on.
He's been a game changer so far for the side of Valenzuela PB Mendiola. Allowing the players inside the box, like Diallo, to have less and less time.
Peña looking to curl it off the crossbar.
That would have been a thing of beauty.
Goalkeeper was beaten. Fantastic technique from the midfielder. Just did not dip enough. So close to a fourth. Let's have a look at it.
That was a great play. Curls. Not enough. And at two occasions already, you've seen Aguilas hit the crossbar.
Hasn't been quite as fluid, hasn't been quite as dominant in this second half for UMAK. Credit must go to Valenzuela PB Mendiola as well. They've come out with a bit more purpose in this second period.
We've also seen them on more occasions in the second half on the attacking end than we did throughout that whole first half.
Peña caught in that 50-50. There's going to be a triple change for Coach Oliver Colina. We're going to see Seth Ganas check in. William Cosenza, as well as Karim Akinibi. Cartalarok's going to take a rest. Justin Peña is going to be withdrawn. And Issa Diallo will also be sent to the bench.
So a lot of attacking changes for the side of Aguilas. Akinibi comes on for Diallo. Cosenza comes on for Peña. Ganyas will come on for Talarok.
Player number 13, Cartala, replaced by player number 20, Seth Anthony Ganyas. Player number 8, Jacob Peña, replaced by player number 11, William Cosenza.
a comfortable 3-0, 60 minutes into the game. At a rotated squad, and now allowing more players to get that playing time. It also makes things lighter for your team coming in after the game, coming into your next game, because every player wants to play. And so when everyone gets the playing time, they're nicer in training, less toxic, and you can build on good momentum for there when the team has that camaraderie.
Restarting the attack here. Cross looking for Karim Akinibi. Certainly part of the challenge here for Coach Oliver Colina is keeping this massive squad happy. It's a full bench that he has at his disposal. And he still has quite a few who are unavailable. 7 players not playing or part of the squad. It's quite a juggling act for the head coach.
It's always harder to manage those bigger squads. Being a head coach really is no joke. It's not just about game management, it's about player management as well.
Corner kick here for the Aguilas.
Deal with both tactics and egos.
Clearance didn't get far. How can he be able to turn? Pass was behind Richard Talarok. Bola doing well to win back possession. Tete working hard. He's gonna get it back here with a bit of room. Just ran out of a bit of steam there, Richard Tete.
Fouls called in favor of Valenzuela PB Mendiola. But you take a look at Richard Tete. He has such a high work rate. If you have that heat map on him, the space he takes up, as well as the likes of Debola as well. With a high work rate and able to win back possession, create chances for Aguilas. They've been pillars in that midfield role, for really orchestrating how things have been going for the side of Aguilas.
On the opposite side, Mendiola will be quite pleased. They've kept things quiet for 20 minutes here in the second half. Yamamoto. Looking for an opening. Richard Talarok gets it out wide. Kira Yamamoto's cross. Safe into the hands of the goalkeeper, but he spilled it. And that one hits the post. Yamamoto spilling that ball. So dangerous here. It's fallen right in front of the Aguilas player. Right there, hitting the post. That's the 3rd occasion.
That was Ganya's first interaction, first chance. And the goalkeeper of Mendiola, Ali, taking a while to get back up. The ball was crossed towards his direction. Just couldn't get his full grip on it. And the spills turned into a chance against them.
UMAK will feel a little unlucky. Hit the crossbar twice, the upright once. Strong challenge. Bola really isn't shy to get physical. He's committed the foul here.
I think he needs to be just a tad bit careful. A couple of warnings already. The next foul might just be in the referee's books.
Likes to play on the edge. Pedro Enrique de Paula. And perhaps more importantly, a real opportunity here for Valenzuela. Those have been few and far between. Floated in, cleared away. Ball will remain with Aguilas. Unable to keep possession though. It's called for the foul, Seth Ganas.
That was great work from Valenzuela, PB Mendiola, to close down quicker. And you feel that that's been the difference the second half as compared to the first. That urgency to close down the player who has the ball. They're also stepping up higher than that very low block that they had that really didn't work in their favor. And now by allowing less time for Aguilas, UMAK to have the ball, they're also forcing them to make those errors.
After a very straightforward game here for Coach Oliver Colina, he's off his bench. He's showing a bit of frustration from his side. They're getting it forward. Akinibi. Again, those same connections that were there in the first half have somewhat dissipated here in the second. Simultaneously, Valenzuela found their mojo a little bit. That was a loose touch. And here comes Richard Tete. Looking for the run of Yamamoto. Ganas making a nuisance of himself. And Bida able to take control. Pass was short. Yamamoto able to snap it up. Talarok finally earning a whistle here. Hasn't had much joy earning fouls from Meliton Pelayo. Paula. Akinibi. Talarok. It's a bit short. Allowing for Youngmin Park to slide in. Switching the play, it's a lovely ball. Tete assessing his options. A lot of bodies inside the box. Cross was a touch too heavy. It's going to be a throw in deep inside the Valenzuela half.
The second half, you feel that the passes of Aguilas just hasn't been as crisp as they were in the first.
Soberano, that pass cut out. Balatok. Looking for the run of Richard Talaroc.
See improved movements from Valenzuela, PB Mendiola. Tighter defensively. If you break it down this game half by half, so far for the second half, not allowing Aguilas UMAK to score any goals.
So that'll be it for Richard Tete. He's being replaced here by David Combe. Richard Tete will head to the bench with 2 assists. Combe here will have over 17 minutes to make an impact.
Substitution for Aguilas UMAK FC. Player number 55, Richard Tete, replaced by player number 79, Julian Cole.
Yamamoto cutting inside. Substitute with an opportunity. And William Cosenza's shot well stopped.
Touch too heavy and ball goes back with Aguilas UMAK.
Talaroc will win a corner kick.
Break it down, that first round as compared to the second round. We still have time to play during that first round that Aguilas and Mendiola went against each other. It was a big margin win for the side of Aguilas, 7-1 against Mendiola.
Looking at the scoreline, it's a big improvement. When you look at the first half to the second half, another big improvement. Palpalato gets it forward. Yamamoto stopped by Ali.
Great work from the goalkeeper. He came out big, made it that much harder for Yamamoto to really choose left and side, eventually just hitting it directly towards the path of Ali.
He's been popping up in all sorts of dangerous areas, the Japanese winger. Low cross, sent away. Aguilas again exerting that control inside the opposition half with their aggressive pressing. Palpalato getting involved. Villarreal doing well to deny Mbida. Combe can turn. Boubacar. Yamamoto skipping past his man, getting caught in the process.
Through the flow of a couple of minutes, Aguilas really enjoying the possession that they had, being able to put in full display the technique that they had in tight areas. But Valenzuela, PB Mendiola were able to close him down, making most of the passes and possession that they had were passes backwards, facing their own goal. And eventually, Yamamoto, again, a player with such a great technique. Him alongside Talaroc, who has already been subbed out of this game, able to win them set piece opportunities in dangerous areas.
Is exactly what you want from a winger as well. He's not afraid to take on his man. He delivers a good ball. He's popped up in the box in multiple moments. Now, a bit of a delay here as Palpalatok will slow things down. Now you see here the wall had moved quite a bit. Palatok's ball, it's going to be an easy one. See, he's disappointed.
You'd feel disappointed that what they planned to do didn't materialize. And eventually it was a comfortable pickup for Ali.
I have to admit, I was at the edge of my seat there for a moment. Akala ko kung ano niluluto ng Aguilas. Ready to be surprised there.
They are one of the teams that have scored a number of their goals from set-piece opportunities and plays.
Akinibi knocking it on. Nice little return from Koum. Pushed forward and beat up. He's got numbers here. Villarreal is outnumbered, but puts in a fantastic challenge. Reynald Villarreal, that experience in full display.
And Villarreal, aging like fine wine, making a crucial stop.
And Brian Jeffrey Palpalatok will be replaced now. The player who was a goal scorer in their first round meeting, Charles Pickering, will enter. At this moment, that was a 3-on-1 for Valenzuela PB Mendiola. If it were not for the heroics of Reynald Villarreal there, could have been a real problem.
And after that, you could see Villarreal's reaction to just rally up his team. You send so many players up high. You can't be vulnerable on those quick counterattacks, though they have been a few. But once again, defensive duties of Aguilas UMAK have been spot on, allowing Iko Mangawang to do the minimal amount of work needed in this matchup.
So not a like-for-like substitution. Charles Pickering is listed as the defender, but he's been playing up top for Aguilas. Here he is chasing this one. So that means Seth Ganyas will be pushed back into the right back position.
And during the first round, where Aguilas and Valenzuela PB Mendiola did meet up, Pickering scored a brace in that matchup. So to come here again, 10 minutes to play. Let's see the impact that Charles Pickering can make coming off the bench. He has been one of the lethal spots for the side of Aguilas UMAK.
Pickering's ball, and just touched on by Ali. And that is a goal-saving clearance at the line. Big one from Yuan Renya.
And Pickering quickly making an impact, shaking things up, making it that much harder. An important touch from Ali, so that Akinibi didn't get that header to it. And a goal line clearance from the defenders of Valenzuela PB Mendiola.
Opportunity from Talaroc, and what a hit! Richard Talaroc absolutely smashes it from the corner. That's 4 for Aguilas UMAK FC.
Deadly finish from Richard Talaroc. A well-executed corner taken quickly. We saw it time and time again. The players outside the box, just by the edge of it, with acres of space. bottom left finish. Takes it first time. He had to do a lot. The technique was crisp, and another goal for Aguilas UMAK. There haven't been plenty in the second half. A lot of the goals scored were all in that first half. But a sense of relief in the second half for Aguilas. Able to get another goal.
The captain getting the sole goal of this second half. Medyo nakabawi sila from a set piece. This time well worked. A beautiful finish as well.
Midfield for Valenzuela, PB Mendiola. During open play, they were finally figuring out how to defend Aguilas UMAK. They were playing better defensively, a bit more organized, a bit more urgency, intention, and closing down the players. But when Aguilas couldn't score in open play on the set piece opportunity, they made the most of their chance and able to rack up another goal.
We're going to see wholesale changes now for Aguilas. We're going to see Johan Fofana check in, Adonai Gomez, Donatus Obi, all into the match. Park Song giving way, as well as Kyung. Korean contingent has been replaced.
Player number 66, Youngmin Park, replaced by player number 9, Johan Fofana. Player number 18, Johan Song,
Just like that, with the introduction of these game changers for the side of Valenzuela, PB Mendiola, they've won a foul in a very dangerous area. Chances have been very few in open play. So a chance like this is crucial to just peel one back.
It's great distance. Opportunity for Valenzuela, and it is on target. But ultimately, an easy catch for Iko Mangawang from that shot from Donatus Obi. What an outlet. Akinibi able to nick that. Akinibi! A fifth goal for Aguilas UMAK. A bit of individual skill from the substitute, Karim Akinibi, puts it away. Route 1 football from Aguilas, from the goalkeeper to the forward, and he did the rest.
The goalkeeper of Aguilas, Iko Mangawang, had to do very little today, barely any saves. But in this game, gets an assist, passing it directly towards the path of Akinibi, who just was able to take advantage of his physicality, get one over the defender, literally ran a circle around him to put himself in a position to take a shot on target. The substitute getting on the score sheet as well.
He's made a real impact coming off the bench. Karim Akinibi. There's a great finish at the near post. And after a really promising half from Valenzuela, it's come undone rather quickly. 2 goals in the span of 4 minutes. Talarok and Akinibi able to convert. It's 2 goals here in the second half for Aguilas UMAK. It's the kind of performance that is ideal as they look to really build momentum here in the second round.
And as we mentioned, wanting to solidify your place in the top 6. When you win games against teams in the lower part of the table much more convincingly, it gives you that better case that you deserve to be in the top 6.
Able to keep possession. Ganas sends it in. That one bounced rather awkwardly for Ali. And so close to a 6th goal. Just wasn't able to find the target there. Senza. Hoping for another opportunity. That was a golden chance. Depola knocking it forward, Pickering. Senza gets it forward. Akinibi can run into it. Looking for Pickering. That is a crucial challenge to deny that cross from Escosora.
It's not the first time Escosora has had to make a well-timed slide to stop the ball from really just going towards the path of another Aguilas UMAK player.
With Pickering behind him, that looked like a sure goal for Aguilas. Corner kick on the horizon here.
Last 10 minutes. Aguilas really taking advantage of the right-hand side.
Ali punching away.
Been able to string together passes. That's where the 2 goals came from as well.
Fofana gets it to Soberano. Mangawang will catch. Again, the distribution has been good from Iko Mangawang. Awareness of where his teammates are.
It's good to see players like Mangawang able to get that playing time for the side like Aguilas UMAK. As you mentioned, one of the players that have come from the UAP, played for DLSU.
Oof. Had Mangawang going for it, as that one headed just wide from Donato Zobi. He's also played for the youth national team at Tongsi Iko Mangawang. Now he's continuing his progression into the pro ranks. Certainly looked comfortable here in between the sticks for Aguilas. Not just in this match, but in the previous one against Garelli, where he was a little bit more involved. It's going to be back to the drawing board for Valenzuela PB Mendiola. Understanding is that they're going to have a few more players who are going to become eligible to take part in their next match against Garelli. So you may see a few more fresh faces for them.
But at the moment, you have to give it to Aguilas UMAK. As we've mentioned, very busy during transfer windows when the league started and during the mid-season. A lot of gambles, and at the moment we're seeing the gambles paying off.
Whenever that happens, you always face a question mark next to their team. You wonder how they're going to gel, you wonder how it's all going to transpire, but now we're getting a touch there. Pressure from Valenzuela. Opportunity perhaps. And that is glazed over, but it took a touch. It's going to be a corner kick.
best we've seen. Valenzuela, PB, Mendiola really keep the ball inside the box, string together passes.
Could be the final passage of play here from this corner kick. Johan Fofana. Pola getting his head to it. Second opportunity here. Valenzuela PB still with possession inside the box. That is a big tackle from Boubacar, who's been solid at the back today. It's a short pass. And there is the final whistle. Aguilas UMAK FC continue to roll. Back-to-back wins now as they pick up this 5-0 victory over Valenzuela PB Mendiola. They further solidified their spot in the top 6.
And it wasn't just the win, it was the manner of how they won this matchup. The creativity put on a full display and have gifted us with 5 goals in this matchup. It was 3-0 in the first half. Players like Tete, though not on the score list, he played an important role getting those assists. An own goal in that first one from Skinker before Yamamoto gets one, and Diallo as well. When you take a look at the full-time stats, 63% possession for Aguilas, 37% for Mendiola, 29 shots, 19 on target, 10 corners, and 5 were converted. And this is when you say that the stats paint the full picture of exactly how the game transpired.
There's one-way traffic, and the scoreline reflects it. Fantastic work from the side of Aguilas. This was the first goal. Skinker had the misfortune of having that come off his shin and into the back of the net. That set the tone. And then there was a bit of brilliance from Richard Tete, setting up Issa Diallo for a lovely finish. And then Richard Tete once more involved here as he set up Kira Yamamoto, who had a fantastic game today. That was the third. We went into the break, and then there were 2 goals in the second half. Richard Talarok, and of course a solo effort from the substitute Karim Akinibi. We hope you enjoyed the action here from the Rizal Memorial Stadium. For my partner Natasha Alquiros Deto, my name is Jing Hamlang. Thank you for watching, and stick around for the second match of our Sunday doubleheader here in the Philippines Football League.
Congratulations on the result. What are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it was good game. It started from the training talaga eh. Paano kami mag-prepare, paano namin pinaplan naman yung Mendiola. Yan.
How do you plan to move forward given the result?
Yeah, kailangan lang namin mag-push forward, kailangan lang namin mag-stay fit, discipline. Ayun lang.
May message po kayo for the fans.
Ayan, maraming salamat sa lahat ng sumuporta sa amin sa Aguilas. Salamat yung andito ngayon. Salamat. Thank you.